Hi, Gabriella.
Hi, Jane.
Welcome to Hyphen Knitted. We're back.
We are back. Hello again.
So, what are you wearing today, Gabriella?
Today I am wearing, is it the kit camisole?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I
Good
remembered
memory.
this time. It's only because you reminded me.
By Bristol Ivy.
By
I think
Bristol
it was
Ivy.
I think it's a quince pattern,
Quince and
or it was in a
Company, I
magazine,
think.
maybe. I can't really remember. But
Well, I got it.
it's definitely called the Kit Camisole.
Yeah, and it's I got it on Ravelry back in the day, and it is made with Ensemble Light by Art Yarns in oil slick. I don't even
I
know
don't
if they
think it had a name.
It
It was
didn't
just
have
a
a
number.
name, but it was one of their really cool, really. And then the top is made with beaded silk and sequins. And what are you wearing, my dear?
I'm wearing a crocheted tank top.
Oh, look at you,
Me
fancy.
crocheting. Yes, I do crochet as well as knit. There's a pattern by the designer name is Paula Strict, I believe is how you pronounce it. She's a German designer, and she released the pattern called Reno Top much earlier in the year, I think. She teased it on her Instagram, and I was so excited for the pattern to come out. And then it was like months and months and months and months of waiting. And as soon as she released it, I bought it and started. But it was on a really small hook, and it took me a long time
Forever.
to complete the
Yeah.
top. Anyway, I did it in Pearl Soho's Cotton Pure, which is a 100% cotton. I just really liked this off black colorway, so I got
Yeah.
this color. And yeah, I like it. It's a nice, thick kind of crop tank top. So
Cool.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Well,
this pattern.
this one's on a really skinny yarn also, and the reason that I chose it is because I was going on a trip overseas, Europe, and I was going to be there for 2 weeks, and I wanted to take one thing that was
That's a
gonna
good challenge.
Yeah, I mean, like, can I just take one thing on a trip, and something that
can't.
I could take in the plane, because it was 11 hours of flight.
Flying.
I didn't think I'd sleep, and so I just, yeah, and I knew that it was going to have more of an intricate stitch and all that other stuff, so yeah. So the point in all of this, or at least part of it, is that we're going to be talking about holiday knitting today, and skinny yarn is not the trick for holiday knitting. So we have got some tips for you. How many tips do we have?
I think we have 8 tips today.
Ooh.
And yes, we're in our tank tops while we're talking about holiday knitting.
Yes.
Because we're in Los
California.
Angeles. And it's still pretty warm
It's
here.
hot.
So it's that time of year. Every time around this year in the yarn stores, customers start rushing in saying, what am I gonna knit? What should I knit for gifts? Or their loved ones come in looking for gifts for the knitters, which is always fun too.
That was cool.
But
That was really fun.
today, since there's still definitely time to get started on
Yeah.
your holiday knitting without having a panic attack, we're going to talk about what you should think about and how to make it go faster if you get
Yeah.
down to the wire.
A little
So-
bit more efficiency.
Yeah,
You want to start with the first one?
sure.
Okay.
I think the first thing you should think about when you're thinking about your holiday gift knitting is to set realistic expectations. Get real, because I remember there was one time at the store we had a woman come in, and she actually didn't know how to knit, and she wanted to learn how to arm knit because she had an idea that she was going to knit some gifts, which she wanted to be blankets. She wanted to arm knit 4 blankets as gifts by Monday, and it was a Friday afternoon. And she didn't know how to knit at all, and we were like, that's gonna be a tall order. We said maybe scarves might be possible if you really
Yeah.
get down to it and really like learn well and devote every minute of the weekend to it. But even then, and then she kind of did the math and realized it'd be cheaper for her to just go buy 4 scarves and
Yeah.
not have to deal with all that stress. And we had to
Right.
agree that might be a better route for this time, but come back and learn when you're not under so much pressure. So
Right.
yeah, just get realistic.
So, yeah, realistic things would be like small types of gifts, right? Hats, small scarves, thicker yarn, blah, blah, blah. So just nothing like no big blankets, no big sweaters, no big shawls, no, keep it simple. And also just realize that it takes so many hours. So you're also going to want to think about, which brings us to number 2, right? Which is be selective about who you're going to knit for.
Who would be on your list? Who would you knit for?
Well,
Gabriella?
What's so funny? My husband doesn't like knitting. I knit him a couple of hats, but he likes really skinny knitted things. So the
like
one
store-bought sweaters.
yeah,
you mean?
And so the one thing that he actually really liked was a knitted cap that I did, or knitted hat for him that I did. That was like on a size 00 needle, and nobody wants to do that. I don't want to do that again. So, who would I knit for?
Some people might want to do that.
Maybe,
you know
what? I mean, I actually really liked it. But
I don't want to do that.
You may want to do that, but my brother really likes the hats that I've given him and stuff. And my mom loves cowls are another good thing.
So
to knit.
basically, your very close family members.
Yeah, and
who you would knit for.
I think so, and I think that also people don't realize when you are knitting something how much time and energy, and also money you put into it if you're buying nicer yarn. So it's like they may not realize how much effort you put into it. What do you think?
That's true. I think I would knit for family members, and interestingly enough, I think my male family members tend to wear the things I knit for them more because they don't feel so precious about them, I guess. They just, whatever, it's a hat, it's a socks. I can wear it and wear it out and whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like my mom and sister tend to be a little more treating their things more delicately and saving them for special occasions.
That's
exactly.
what my mom did too. She would always wear her knit. I made one that had ribbon and stuff like that. It was really pretty, but she would only wear it during special occasions. And my brother wears his hat all winter long.
Yeah.
He loves it. You're so right.
What about friends? Do you knit for friends?
I have, but I don't anymore. I think it's the same thing. They just didn't realize that I spent 30 hours, or 40 hours making a scarf for them that was really intricate. And it's not that they don't appreciate it. It's just that, I know that certain friends would rather that I get them something else,
That's true too.
So some people may not really want it. And especially in California. But there's not a lot of people who are going to wear a lot of
heavy knits.
Heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that if you live on the East Coast or an area where it's really where you get some good winter, then that's probably going to broaden your your gift possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I don't. There's a few friends I would knit for, especially if somebody requests something that's not too crazy for me to knit. Yeah, sure, I'll knit it if they specifically asked for it. But
just as a holiday gift, though, I mean, it's
I'm not just cranking out things for most people. I'd definitely rather just buy a gift that's gonna be cheaper in the long run in terms of time.
Yeah.
So, and they might appreciate it more. So, yeah, definitely be really selective about who's on your hand knitted gift list.
Yeah, because it's artwork, really. I mean, you're hand making something.
So what if you've already made your list of people, who you're going to knit for, but you just let the time go by and now you're down to the wire and you have a week to crank out all these gifts. How do we make it really fast?
I'm start slashing that list. That's the first thing I do. No, honestly, so this is going to bring us to our third thing, right? Which is use chunky yarn. Use big, fat yarn. The thicker the yarn, the more area you're going to cover. So, a hat that would normally take you however many hours is going to hopefully be half of that time, the thicker the yarn.
But Gabriella,
what?
It's Christmas Eve, and I don't have any chunky yarn in my stash, and all the yarn stores are closed. What do I do?
I have got news for you. This is what you do. You go through your stash and you pull out a couple of different yarns and you hold them together, and all of a sudden you've got chunky yarns. So this is holding these two yarns together. You can see also, you can pick some colors that don't necessarily always go together. Get really creative with this stuff, right?
Yeah, if you hold different colors, or you can really make cool combinations holding different colors together. Or you could hold the same color if you want a monochromatic look, but they don't have to be the same thickness. You can hold a fat one with a skinny one.
They don't have to be the same fiber, really. Too much. I mean, it depends on the care instructions, but you could use a thick and a thin one, or something that has a lot of texture and something that doesn't, and maybe it has sparkle or something. But I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can see the difference. The bottom is garter stitch, and then the top is stockinette. And then also...
And you have 2 strands at the bottom, and then at the top it's 3 strands, so you can see how much fatter it gets just putting an extra strand in, and how much faster that would go. So now you can see, and you get
a little bit more texture and a little bit more color, and again, garter stitch at the top and stockinette on the bottom. And I went up a good, 2, almost 3 needle sizes when I went to 3. And I could have done this on a bigger needle, the first part, just the 2 strands. So you can crank out some of your knitting by going through your stash and starting to get really creative about what you use. And that's a really good way to actually go through some of the yarns that you haven't picked up or that you haven't found something for.
Those skeins that you just bought that you're never gonna probably knit with for yourself, that who knows why you have it in your stash.
Or maybe you didn't have enough to do a whole project with, you just bought one, but it's great, to add with something else. So
just go crazy, put all those yarns together, and then you get like a super chunky scarf, or this would be a nice hat, this fabric.
I think you can totally
it's a nice thick cozy fabric too.
Which is part of what we were talking about. Our tip number 4 would be go through your stash. Go through your stash.
Pull out those skeins that aren't things that you love that you're going to knit for yourself anymore, and use those to make your chunky multi-strand yarns with.
And there's companies that put yarns together to make specific strand yarns together, like Prism Stuff and Prism. There's another one where they'll do this and then they sell it as a skein. So it's actually a really cool way to get creative and add a little bit more color.
So we're down to the wire. Okay. We've got our fat yarn now, but should I make a blanket now that I have this fat yarn, or what should I make?
Absolutely not. We're going to go down to choosing like one skein projects would be better. So a hat.
Because one skein projects are going to be the fastest things you can knit, obviously. The less yarn, the faster it'll go.
Right, so and like a little gaiter or a small cowl. Hats. You can make a taller cowl that scrunches down. You don't have to make wrist warmers are great.
Leg warmers, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Boot toppers.
Oh yeah,
those were like a big thing for a while. Those are really cute. Boot toppers. Everybody, well, maybe not the guys, but whatever, right? You never know, but it's little things like that. And there were stuff that we had some people that were making presents in the shop that were making these really cute little scarves for dogs with a pom-pom at the end.
I didn't see those. That sounds good.
Oh my God, they were so cute. It was like a little scarf for a dog. I mean, it was the cutest thing. And then they brought in pictures afterwards because they had like family and friends and stuff like that. And they're like, I am not going to have enough time to make a whole project, but I can make a little dog scarf
gift the dog a gift
for their dog. It was so cute.
But that reminds me of the house slippers with the pom-poms on the toes. Those were really cute, and that would be a quick project.
That's
good like all ages, all gender kind of project that anybody who doesn't like a nice cozy pair of slippers that you hold a bunch of strands together and it goes really quick.
Really cute. Yeah.
But then also like housewares, homewares can be good quick projects.
That's
And that's good
true.
for, you know, a place like California where, you know, we're not going to wear super chunky
No,
hats and stuff, but you could do like a coaster set pretty quickly,
you could.
or
Trivets.
a pillow cover, trivets,
Yeah.
maybe placemats.
Some people make hot
Hot
mats.
mitts, yeah, I
Hot
did
mitts.
that. Like I felted
Yeah. But
some
you can do
thick
them with
wool.
like cotton too, right? Like
If
cotton.
you knit it tight enough, because you can really burn yourself if
Yeah.
you knit it too loose. So
Never mind.
be careful with that.
Yeah.
Felt the wool if you're
Okay.
gonna do that.
So, is that where we are here? Oh no, number 7.
Tip number 7.
Yeah. That's that one. You want me to say it or you want to say it?
I'll say it.
Okay.
So, if you're down to the wire, now is not the time to be learning new techniques or trying a really complicated pattern. Pick stuff in stockinette, garter, maybe seed or rib if you're confident there. Do things that you're not going to have to look at a pattern or chart for, things that you can just knit, you know, crank away at. Simple stitch patterns are going to
Yeah.
be your friend
Yeah.
here.
And you even want to be careful about ribs because sometimes they fold. They like to curl in on it. So,
And if you mess up your stitch, like get off by like knit or purl, that could be a disaster.
yeah. Unless you do it again later on and then it's, you know, a pattern.
Then it's seed stitch.
Right,
or
exactly.
mistake rib. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So, tip number 8.
We have some bonus information here for when you're presenting your gift to the recipient, how to best wrap
Oh,
it.
yes.
So we've got this cute gift. Now you could jazz this package up with some yarn, tie some yarn around to make it a bow. But specifically for knitted gifts, it's really nice to include the care information for the project, for the yarn with it. And they have actually tags that you can buy probably online or at your local yarn store that will say, like, have the care information for you to just check off the appropriate instructions, or just make a little handmade card with, you know, machine wash or hand wash, lay flat to dry, whatever it is. It's also nice to get, maybe if you want to do it, the little tags that say handmade by, and you can sew that in to your project just so you can remind them that you made that project.
There was one tag that was really cute that we used to have in the shop that said,
Yeah.
"Yes, I made it, and no, you can't return it."
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot
there's some
of
cute
witty
ones.
knitters gift
Yeah.
tags that you can get out there, or
Yeah.
you know, make your own.
And the little soap packets, right? You can get
Yeah,
those to
so-
include with the gift, which is super cute.
Yeah, because most people who aren't knitters probably don't have like a wool wash sitting around their house. They're probably going to try to maybe use Woolite, which isn't the best. So you can get the single-use packets of soak, or just little tiny bottles of Eucalyptus or soak, or whatever brand of wool wash you like. And to enclose that with the gift is a really nice way to help the recipient take care of it, so it'll last for many years in the future.
Yeah, super cute. So next time, what are we going to be covering?
I don't know yet.
We'll figure it out and let you
We'll
know.
let you know. But if you like our show, please hit the like button, share it, subscribe if you want to be notified when new videos come out. And we will see you next time. Bye.